Hare Krishna. So, welcome to all of you for the Saturday evening program. So, we are discussing from Bhagavad Gita, 13th chapter. Last week, we didn't discuss the 19th verse of Bhagavad Gita. So, we are going to discuss the 19th verse. Iti kshetram tata gnanam gneyam choktam samasatah mad bhaktah etat vignaya mad bhavayo upapadyate. Thus, the field of activities, knowledge, and the knowable have been summarily described by me. Only my devotees can understand this thoroughly and thus attain to my nature. Hare Krishna. So, Lord Krishna now he spoke about the Kshetra, the Gnana, and the Gneya, and now he is summarizing, saying that I have now spoken about these three topics. Only my devotees can understand this thoroughly and they can attain my nature. Lord Krishna spoke about Gnana, Gneya, Gnanagamyam, and I discussed how the Gnana, Gneya, Gnanagamyam in material education, material endeavor, and spiritual endeavors are different. In material endeavor, you go to the college, you study engineering. You study engineering. It is not that you are really liking the subjects of engineering. You are studying for getting the certificate. It is not you are proud of having a certificate if it doesn't give you any job. It is not that you are proud of having a job if it doesn't give you money. It is not that you are proud of having a money if it doesn't give you enjoyment. So if you see the all aspects, whatever we are endeavoring, it actually doesn't have the affinity towards the goal what it is giving. You are all with me? It is not that I'm crazy about the topics of engineering because I'm studying to get a certificate. It is not that I'm crazy about getting a certificate if it doesn't give a job. It is not about I'm crazy about a job, it doesn't give money. It is not about I'm crazy about money if it doesn't give you enjoyment. So if you really see all, the endeavors and the results are completely different. But we discussed how in spiritual endeavors, Gnana, Gneya, Gnanagamyam are the same. The journey we take to practice Krishna consciousness, the destination we reach after going through the journey, and what we do after ending up in the destination are the same. Gnana, Gneya, Gnanagamyam are same, which is Krishna. Very important to understand. That is why spiritual endeavors are completely diagonally opposite to material endeavors, because material endeavors, endeavor and the results are completely different. In spiritual endeavors, your endeavor and the results are same, which is Krishna. You are all with me? So now Krishna is telling Gnana, Gneya, Gnanagamyam. I have spoken elaborately. One who understands, only a devotee of mine who can understand this, and he will attain my nature. Very important for us to understand this. What is nature of Krishna? Krishna, elaborately explains in Bhagavad Gita, Mamai amshah jivaloke jivabhutah sanatanaha. Every living entity in this world are a fragmental part of me. Fragmental part and parcel of me. Jiva Bhutaha, all the living entities which are jivas living in this world are Mama Amshaha, means particle of mine, complete whole. Sanatanaha, eternally. So when we understand this, how do we realize this? That we are the Amsha of Krishna. Because there is a spiritual part which actually declares that when you are conditioned, now today all of us are conditioned. You understand? We are all attracted to the Maya and we are under the grips of Maya. That means conditioning. You understand? So there is one practice which says when you are conditioned state, we all think that we are insignificant. When you are liberated, you become complete or a whole. But here Krishna is telling, Mama Amshaha Jiva Loke, in this world, Jiva Bhutaha, all the living entities, Mama Amshaha, Sanatanaha. We are all the living entities in this world are Amsha of Krishna. And eternally, what does it mean? Sanatana means we are today Amsha of Krishna. When we get liberated as well, we are Amsha of Krishna. We will never become the whole. But there is a practice which says that you have forgotten that you are God. When you are liberated, you become God. You understand? There is nothing called conditioned state and a liberated state to reach God. We need to realize that our liberated state is when we realize that we are Amsha of Krishna. How do we understand this Amsha of Krishna? Very, very important. What does it mean when Krishna says here that once you understand the topics which I have described, you will attain my nature? What does it mean by attaining nature of Krishna? How many of us would like to attain the nature of Krishna? So every one of us want to attain the nature of Krishna. So what does it mean to attain the nature of Krishna? Very, very important. Mama amshaha jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatana. So amsha can never become whole. This is called achintya bheda abheda tattva. A amsha can never become whole, but amsha can be qualitatively same as the whole. Achintya bheda, there is a difference because the fragmental part cannot become whole. This is bheda. Abheda, there is no difference. Fragmental part can have the same quality as the whole. You understand? For example, if you take the entire ocean water and you take the drop from the ocean water and actually taste it, a drop of the ocean water exactly gives the same quality as the ocean water. How many are with me? So when you actually take the drop of ocean water, you understand what actually ocean water looks like. But if a ocean drop starts saying that I am ocean, it is stupidity. Understand? When a drop of ocean says that I am ocean, it is stupidity. When it realizes that I am only an insignificant drop in the entire gigantic ocean, then it's a true realization. That's why Krishna says, only my devotee can understand this. Even Sripa Shankara declared himself that he is an Amsha of Krishna, which has been mistakenly took it as different, and they have come up with a Mayavad philosophy. Even Purandara considered he is an Amsha of Krishna. Kanakadasa considered he is an Amsha of Krishna. Madhva considered he is an Amsha of Krishna. Ramanuja considered he is an Amsha of Krishna. Very, very important for us to realize this, that we are insignificantly a part of the entire whole. The whole is the Supreme Lord Krishna. Just like a flame is there, a particle in the flame, as long as the particle in the flame is in touch with the flame, that particle has the same quality as the flame. You're all with me? If the particle of the flame just flies out, spark, and the depending upon the distance it moves out, it starts losing that quality of the fire. You're on with me? Similarly, as long as we are in association with Krishna, we can be qualitatively one as Krishna. As soon as we deviate ourselves, move away from Krishna, we become conditioned in this world. We lose that quality of Krishna. What does it mean, quality of Krishna? The nature of Krishna has unlimited qualities. Na antam gunanam agunasya jagmuhu. Lord Brahma says, Lord Krishna's qualities are unlimited. That's why he is called Agunaha. Yogeshwaraye Bhavapadma Mukhyaha. Even myself cannot ascertain Lord Krishna. Even Lord Shiva cannot ascertain Lord Krishna. Because Lord Krishna's qualities, na antam, there is no end to the qualities of Krishna. Nature of Krishna is nothing but his unlimited qualities. You are all with me? So it is very, very important for us to understand what does it mean by attaining nature of Krishna. This verse can confuse people to think that they become Krishna by practicing instruction of Gita and taking the spiritual sadhana. We will never ever become Krishna. Mahatmanastu mam partha daivim prakriti mashritaha. Even we become an exalted practitioner, we can only take shelter of Krishna. We cannot become Krishna. That's what repeatedly in Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna speaks about. So, what is the nature of Krishna? Bhoktaram yagnatapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram sahridam sarvabhutanam gnatva mam shantirachati. The last verse of 5th chapter, Lord Krishna is telling, Bhoktaram yagnatapasam. I am the Bhoktara, means I am the enjoyer of all your activities. So Lord Krishna is telling Bhoktaram, I am the Bhoktara, means I am the enjoyer of each and every activities of you. Each and every results of our activities, I am the enjoyer. Yagnatapasam, all your sacrifices. Sarvaloka Maheshwaram, I am the supreme controller and the creator of all the millions and billions of planets in this entire creation. Sahridam sarvabhutanam natvamam shantirachati. So Lord Krishna is giving here the three qualities, three nature of him. Very important to understand this topic. If you do not understand this, we get deviated, not able to understand what does it mean by devotee of Krishna. When Krishna says Bhoktaram Yagnatapasam, I am the supreme enjoyer of all of our activities and sacrifices. And Sarvaloka Maheshwaram, Krishna is telling his two natures of him. Can we attain that nature? Can we become the enjoyer of all the activities? We will never be able to. So what does it mean by attaining the nature of Krishna? Nature of Krishna is the Bhoktara, means Krishna is the enjoyer. We will never be able to become enjoyer. Falsely, we may think that we are the enjoyers, but true enjoyer of all the activities is Krishna. That's why Krishna says, Prasadhe sarva dukkhanam haniyasya. Only when we realize that we are prasada, means we are the offerings of Krishna, then only sarva dukkhanam, of all the miseries, hani asyopajayate, only way to mitigate all the miseries in our life, to think that I am not the enjoyer. Sarvaloka Maheshwaram, we have a desire to become Maheshwaram, but this nature we will never be able to attain. And as long as we think that I am the controller of everything and make decision thinking that according to mine everything should run, That nature can only be with Krishna, not with us. You are all with me? What are the two natures that we will never be able to attain? Being the Bhoktara and being the Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. These two natures are not at all part of us, because if a drop of ocean water starts challenging that I am going to do same as the ocean does, it is going to be a complete failure. Nature wise, drop of water is same as the ocean. You are all with me? But drop of water will never ever be able to compete with ocean. Amma? Okay. Drop of water of ocean cannot compete with ocean. It's a foolishness to compete with. Yeah. So these two natures we will never ever be. But unfortunately, we always try to prove ourselves that we are the controllers. Krishna clearly tells, Bhoktaram Yagnatapasam Sarvaloka Maheshwaram Sahridam Sarvabhutanam Gnatva. When we understand that we are not the enjoyers, we are not the supreme controllers, then only we can be happy in this world. So, what does it mean when Krishna says you are going to attain my nature? Very, very important. When we realize that my capacity is only to align myself in harmony with Krishna. When we realize that my only capacity, insignificant capacity I have, is to align with and become harmonious with the will of Krishna. What is the will of Krishna? Lord Krishna tells in the third, Sahridam Sarvabhutana. I am the well-wisher of all the living entities. Can we attain the nature of becoming the well-wisher of all living entities? How many thinks that? How many don't think? No one is lifting. I think you are not at all understanding. How many have understood? What is the nature that I can attain? Third one, Sahridam Sarvabhutanam. Krishna is the ocean of mercy. That's what we keep on singing. Hey Krishna, Karuna Sindhu, ocean of mercy, Dina Bandhu, well-wisher and the protector of those who are. Dina means what? Suffering. Who are suffering. Gopesha Gopika Kanta, you are the protector of the cows. And the pleasure giver of gopis, yeah? Radha Kanta Namostute. This mantra we chant every week, right? There's a beautiful song also, I don't know how many of Vaishnava Jana To Dene Kahiye Pid Paraye Jane Re पर दुखे उपकार करे कोई मन अभिमान नाणे रे. Beautiful song of a Vaishnava poet from Gujarat. He says, Vaishnava Janato, the devotees of Vishnu, are only thinking about Dene Kahiye Ji, always thinking about giving, 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 giving. Peed parai, whenever they see someone suffering, they immediately go to help that person. Paradukke upukar kare koi. As soon as someone is suffering in this world, they run towards helping them. Man abhimanana anere. They will never become proud to say that I did it. Yeah. So this Sahridam Sarvabhutanam, becoming a well-wisher of all the living entities. It is that nature that all of us need to align to the supreme will of Krishna, become harmonious. Very, very important to understand. What is that? That becoming a well-wisher of others. There are many, many pastimes that even in the life of Srila Prabhupada demonstrated what it means to become a well-wisher. There's a one pastime where there's a devotee from US. His name is Mahavir Das. He had come to Mayapur. How many of you come to Mayapur? Yeah, it's in West Bengal. He had come to Mayapur and he wanted to quickly change. Things are happening in the Mayapur temple. He was a um, clean frenzy. That's what you call someone who is wants everything to be clean, clean, clean. So he decided to see that everything is clean in the complex of Mayapur. So he started actually cleaning the temple. And one day, in the morning after japa, he put buckets and buckets of water to the temple hall in the endeavor to clean the temple hall. And by the time Prabhupada came for Shungar Arati is at 7 o'clock, he had cleaned and he was taking out his cleaning utensils. And Prabhupada saw him. And as soon as Prabhupada touched his feet on the floor, it was completely wet. And Prabhupada immediately called that devotee, Mahavir Das, and he chastised him. Whom you think you are? Are you a king? And this devotee got really, really taken back. Because this devotee thought that I'm in control of changing everything in Mayapur temple, so I will take decisions, whatever I want. And then after Prabhupada shouted at him, he just, paid obeisances and he left. Immediately, few hours later, Prabhupada, before giving class, he called that devotee. Mahavir Prabhu, can you come? Can you sit here next to me and do kirtan? So, although Prabhupada is like a thunderbolt, immediately he has like a soft, like a butter to forgive someone and to accept him back and ask him to do kirtan. It's the magnanimity of Srila Prabhupada. Magnanimity. There are so many pastimes. Well-wisher of all the living entities, well-wisher of all devotees. Though Prabhupada sweated day in and day out, his students used to do crazy things. One of the US temple, one devotee who used to collect donations for the temple, he ran away with donations without coming to the temple one day. When he ran away, one of the senior student of Srila Prabhupada came and complained Prabhupada. Prabhupada, this devotee, he has not given the donation he has collected and he is absconding. He has not come at all. He is don't know where is he. And Prabhupada was calm. And he said, it's okay, he is a devotee. Though he might have taken the donation, he will use it for Krishna. If he doesn't use it for Krishna, he will suffer. But please, if he comes back, never ever speak anything wrong to him, that it will make him down. This was a magnanimity of Srila Prabhupada, because of whom we are all living today under the mercy of that personality who tolerated the misgivings of devotees day after day after day after day, but always wanted to embrace them, even though they might have done mistakes. Embrace them back. That is that quality which we all need to develop to reach to the nature of Krishna. Each and every pastime of Krishna is magnanimity, shows the mercy nature Krishna has. Putana came to kill Krishna. Krishna knew, but she had only one desire. The route Putana took to kill Krishna was so magnanimous. She wanted to feed Krishna. She wanted to feed her own breast milk to Krishna. Krishna only considered that point, that Putana has come to feed me and she is my mother. And though Putana was a witch, she had come to kill Krishna under the instruction of Kamsa, but Krishna accepted her as mother, and killing her, he liberated and gave her a position of mother in the spiritual world. Such is the magnanimity of Krishna. That's why Purandaradasa keeps singing, Yaridare Naya Neenilladena Karunya Hariye Kayabeda Beda Yaridare Naya Neenilladena Karunya Hariye Kayabeda Beda. Don't leave me, because you are the ocean of mercy. Ocean of mercy. You can see each and every pastime of Krishna. Krishna has forgiven someone who has done the mistake. And Prabhupada always keeps saying, two devotees, when they come together, there will be always misunderstandings. Do not look at each of your faults. Just forgive and forget and come together. And even my Guru Maharaj, there's the instruction he was given. He tells mercy of a devotee is the only mirror to show how serious they are to embrace Krishna. Can you all repeat? Mercy of a devotee is the only mirror to show how much serious are they to embrace Krishna. This is what my teacher Radhana Swami keeps telling this in each and every lectures. We might see a fault in others, and my teacher keeps on saying we should never ever judge them, but we should have a mercy flowing in us with an intent to correct them, with the only intention to see them to become a great devotees of Krishna. Sometimes we might see fault. Every one of us have faults. Kalai dosha nidai rajan. Asti eka mahan guna. Kalai dosha nidai rajan. It is in Kali Yuga, everyone have faults. Every one of us, including me. But Vyasdev said, in Kali Yuga there is one mercy. Asti eka mahan guna. What is that? Kirtanadeva Krishnasya. As soon as one chants the names of Krishna, Mukta Sangha Param Vraje, he has an opportunity to go back to Krishna. Very, very important for us to understand. That's where well-wishers, Sahridam Sarva Bhutanam, is that one nature that we all need to develop. I keep on telling most of the time, a devotee is one who has an open eye-to-eye contact with the other devotee. How many of you heard this? If he is seeing the other devotee open eye-to-eye, that means that he is Sahruda well-wisher. Simple. In Krishna, in his own pastime, Krishna's auntie gave birth to a son. How he is going to get killed? Yeah. Once you lose third eye and of that person, he will be the person. Whoever comes in front of him, and that person, as soon as your child sees and his third eye goes, that would be the person who is going to kill. And when Krishna came into the auntie's place and saw auntie's son, immediately third eye disappeared. And Krishna's auntie became extremely, fearful and started crying. And Lord Krishna asked, "What is that?" And she said, "I had heard coming from the Akashvani saying that anyone who makes that third eye to disappear would be the person who is going to kill. How can you kill your own relative? So he's your auntie's son." Krishna said, "I'm going to tolerate 100 mistakes he's going to do. 101th mistake. If it is grave, dangerous, I'm going to kill." Such is the magnanimity of Krishna. That is what to attain the nature of Krishna means. We need to become magnanimous. We need to tolerate the urges within us. We need to give up all kinds of fears. The one thing, if a devotee is coming and I am disappearing from the other end, seeing the devotee, that means that we are all not at all Karuna Sindhu. If we are running away seeing a devotee, that means that we are running away from Krishna. Very, very important for us to understand. Very important. When Krishna can be a Karuna Sindhu for entire living entities, at least if we cannot become merciful to the devotees, how is it possible that we can be accepted by Krishna? How is it possible? That requires courage. One of the most easiest thing for all of us to sit and meditate and do Gayatri Japa. For 100 or 1,000 times we will do it. But when it comes to meeting other person and being a well-wisher, is the most difficult thing. Most difficult thing. We can do our own sadhana, but meeting another person and becoming a well-wisher of him and think about always good to him is something which we fail miserably. This nature is what it is needed for us to become a devotee. Unless we develop this loving nature of loving each and every one who come to temple, become friendly with them, tolerate misgivings, mistakes everyone does. A true devotee is one who fans the good quality of the other person. Who fans good quality of other person. Very well respected one Gujarati sannyasi of in our ISKCON. His name is Mahavishnu Maharaj. He used to tell me one thing. So Mahavishnu Goswami Maharaj, he was 85, Sanskrit scholar who met Prabhupada in 1970s in London. After Prabhupada left, he took up Krishna consciousness. It is something which is very unique. After Prabhupada left in 1978, he took Krishna consciousness and he was a Sanskrit scholar, Gujarati Brahmin. Then he became so expert in Bhagavatam. You might have seen one Prabhu who comes, Kala Chakra Prabhu. He had come to give Bhagavatam class. That's his student. He had told me one thing. If you are really a true well-wisher, the sign of it is as soon as you go to bed, you will sleep. If you are a true well-wisher, as soon as you go to bed, you will sleep off. If you have any malice in your heart, anything itching your heart, sometimes it has happened, I have not slept. That is for a different reason. I don't want to tell. There are few personalities who have made me nightful. And I've gone to their house at 1 o'clock in the morning and fallen at their feet and told, "Please come back. please come back. But I'm telling the other, if you do not have grudges with any devotee, you will sleep off as soon as you go to bed. A true well-wisher is one always think about good for others. Always thinks about good for others, because one thing we have to understand, Manushyanam Sahasreshu Kaschit Yatati Siddhaya. There are thousands and thousands of people in this world. Krishna says only few takes up and becomes inclined towards me. Yatatana Pisitana. Among all of them who are coming towards me, only one or two attains my nature. This is what Krishna tells in Bhagavad Gita. That is a rarity of becoming a devotee of Krishna. It is not everyone's cup of herbal tea. It is not. Because we need to really understand that it is easy to practice at home than mingling with people and tell them about Krishna, tolerate them, become, keep on making them happy. This is not easy. And Prabhupada always used to say, gallons of my blood has taken to make one person devotee. And he used to tell his students that you don't have any authority to stop them from coming temple. Gallons of blood has gone to make one person a devotee. You don't have any authority to make any person who has become inclined towards Krishna, stopping them from coming to temple. This is a true hallmark of becoming, taking up the nature of Krishna. It is not easy. It's not easy. That's why Vaishnava Janato Dene Kahiyeji. To give to others is a gift coming from Krishna. Not everyone can get it. Not everyone can get it. You can get all the wealth of this world, but wealth of Krishna, not wealth of Krishna. Wealth of Krishna, to get Krishna is the most difficult thing. Most difficult thing. That's why it is important to develop. First thing to develop is forget about I'm going to be a Bhoktaram. Forget about I'm going to become Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. Forget these two things. Apply ourselves every day, every minute, every second. That Sahridam Sarvabhutanam. That I'm going to become the well-wisher of each and every person in this world. That is the most difficult, but we have to practice. We have to practice. Living it requires a lot of courage within us. All the fears what we have, we need to take it out from our heart. All the malais, all the impurities of our heart is one which actually stops us. This devotee like this devotee like this. The only thing what we see when you meet one devotee with another devotee is to find out what he does differently that I don't like. I don't like that person because he's doing like this. I don't like because he took so much prasad. Whole plate was filled. This is a reason not to like the person? Absolutely not. There are n number of people come with n number of qualities. If we are not able to embrace them, to see them in relationship with Krishna, we are a failure. Because not one person behaves in a unique way. Not one person behaves in a unique way. Netra behaves differently, Venu Prabhu behaves differently. One situation, give it to both of them, they will speak in a different ways. That's how the nature is. But both are related to Krishna. Today, Vijay has done a garland. She has not used the same flowers for making garlands. All the flowers she has used. When all flowers have been used, it has become beautiful. Similarly, devotees of Krishna are all, each and every person are different. And we should have toleration to accept them, embrace them, become a well-wisher of them. Always pray that let them become closer to Krishna. If we cannot think about they becoming closer to Krishna, then how is that Krishna will accept us? You're all with me?
Yes.
How is that Krishna is going to accept? It is impossible. I don't think it is possible. Such a magnanimous personality who forgives each and every person who does mistake. Who was the person, tell me, who was the person who went and hit the heart of Krishna, chest of Krishna? Yeah, Bhrigu Maharaj. The person who went to actually check what Krishna does and find a fault with him. And he went and saw Krishna was in the Yoga Nidra, didn't even recognize that I have come. And is this habit of this nature is there within us that I am the Bhoktara, I am the enjoyer. Sarva Loka Maheshwara. I am the only person who is unique in this entire world that everyone should see me and adore me and fall at my feet. This Bhrigu Maharaj had this. And as soon as he went, Krishna didn't even give attention to him and he was in his own world. Immediately went and he hit him on his chest with his foot. Who anyone have got this beatings in your own life? Anyone tell me. You give me a reason. I don't like this devotee because he has taken his foot and hit me on his chest. Anyone? Tell me. Has anyone hit you? Any devotee? No. I'm saying devotee. Has any devotee has mistreated you by taking his foot and hitting you on your chest? But Krishna got hit. But what should be the reaction from Lord Krishna as soon as Bhrigu Maharshi hit his chest with his feet? He was worried about the soft foot of Bhrigu Maharshi because it has hit the hard-hearted chest of mine. You understand? Soft foot of Bhrigu Maharshi has hit the hard-hearted chest of mine. This is what Lord Krishna thought about himself. This is why Krishna is Karunya Nidhi Hariye Kaya Beda Beda Yaritare Naya Ninilla Denagilla Karunya Nidhi. Because this personality is the only one who can, forgive a person, even though he might be so hard-hearted. When Krishna's nature is like that, if we do not even attempt to demonstrate his nature, then are we candidate to go back to spiritual world? I'm asking all of you. Are we the candidate to go back to spiritual world? How many things they were even having all kinds of to my mind, I will go back. How many things? How many things? Is not. That's why Krishna consciousness, bhakti, Vaishnava tradition is the most difficult, challenging path to follow because this requires one to be Trinadapi Sunechena, Taroriva Sahishnuna, Amanina, Manadena, Kirtaniya Sadahari. Trinadapi Sunechena. Just like a grass is touched by each and every one of you every day. But even if you put a stamp on it, grass comes out happily and rises above. A devotee should be like that. Even 100 people tells. Even I will tell you, even in my own spiritual practice in 26, 27 years, there are devotees who have backstabbed me. Till today, I fall at their feet. Even though the institution, our institution itself, told me to give one letter that what they have done to you, we will punish them. I didn't give the letter. I don't want to go into the details. Very important. Why? We are not here to prove ourselves. We are not here to get into the battle. Things happen. Gone is gone. Whatever happened, happened. Fine. Instead of telling who it's your mistake, my mistake, proving, go ahead. This is very, very important for us to understand. If we can do that, I will tell you, we will come out like a star. When after doing happening so much with me, I came out saying that I'm going to forgive him. I'll tell you, that was the starting point of my spiritual career, moving ahead fast. Moving ahead fast. Because Krishna tells, Kshipram bhavati dharmatma, shashvat shantir adhigacchati, kaunteya pratijanehi, name bhaktya pranashyati. As even a person who has done misdeeds of the misdeeds of the misdeeds of misdeeds. 9th chapter, please. Apicheta Pisidad. That's the previous verse. Even if someone have abominable activities, he will Shipram with fast attain righteousness. Kaunteya Pratijani. He declares to Arjuna that this is my promise that I am going to protect him. Name Bhaktya Pranashati. If that person, even after having a fault, if he still surrendered to me, I'm promising you that my devotee will never ever perish. This is the promise of Krishna. See the magnanimity. And it is not that he is declaring in Bhagavad Gita. He has proven himself. He has proven himself to so many devotees in his own pastimes. That's why very, very important. Antakale chamameva smaran muktva kalamvaram yat yatita madbhavam yati nastatra samshaya. One who is able to remember me at the point of living this world, yat prayati samadbhavam, he is going to attain my nature. One who remembers Krishna at the time of death. I'll tell you, at the time of death, we will only remember those who backstabbed us. I will tell you, I can give you guaranteed that if you do not have a toleration power, if you do not have a forgiving power, if you all think about this devotee, this devotee, this devotee, this devotee, I will tell you, Anta kalecha mameva smaran muktva kalevaram. Mameva never happens. Only we will think about that devotee made my life hellish. Mad Bhavam, he's Lord. What is mean by remembering Krishna at the time of death? Krishna is the embodiment of love. If we are able to wish each and everyone when we are living this world and take forgiveness from each and everyone, if we even have done little mistakes with them, saying that sorry I did it, please forgive me. That is Krishna. That is the mood of Krishna. If we can attain that before we leave this world, that is the only way we can attain nature of Krishna. Very, very important for us to understand. Very important. That's why we can all chant 16 rounds sitting. But what it comes is our ability to forgive when we meet another person. Ability to develop friendship when we meet the other person. Ability to, understand each and every person has ups and downs in his life. Not thinking too much and giving too much importance to that, taking away that and embrace him is the only way we can attain the nature of Krishna. If we do not attain the nature of Krishna, I don't think we will ever get the permanent residency in the spiritual world. Simple. We are here for rehabilitation. To make sure that you start, for example, this Air Force general manager or who, the head of Air Force or someone who went to zero gravity 2 days back. Yeah? Shubhanshu Shukla. So he didn't come for nearly 2 months. He's only doing all these things. This Shubhanshu Shukla got rehabilitation before he is going to the zero gravity place. So very much important that we need to get rehabilitated here. What do we need to get rehabilitated here? To stop fault finding. To stop fault finding in each and every person. And embrace him, forgetting about their faults, thinking about their positives. Because seeing their positives is the only opportunities with which we can see Krishna in them. As soon as we see fault in another person, we will forget Krishna in them. Simple. As soon as you see someone thinking that faulty, if I say Akash Prabhu, faulty, immediately I don't think I will see Krishna in his heart. When I see positives in everything is positive about him. I have not seen till today single thing. Only Poonam has to tell. I have not seen single thing that I can complain. But as soon as I see him, I can see Krishna in him because I'm not able to see. Even if I see with compassion, I have to understand that I have to correct him to make sure that he becomes dear to Krishna. Not to judge him, not to say that, hey, you have that bad quality and you start laughing about it. That is, it's a horrible mentality. That will never make us to become devotee of Krishna. Never ever. Fortunately, today, most of you who are come are regular devotees. And the topic also I spoke, which naturally came from me, is also something that each one of you need to learn, including me, and execute it. If you cannot make anyone a devotee of Krishna, none of us have authority to make them leave Krishna. You understand? This temple is Krishna's temple. It is not my temple. Anyone who is entering the door belongs to Krishna, not me. I might have constructed this. Walls I might have put my money. Doors I might have put my money. Everything I might have put my money, but I have installed Krishna here and made this temple Krishna's, not mine. If anyone is entering, that is Krishna's property, and I have no authority to tell that this person should not come, that person should not come. I don't like this person, I don't like that person. I don't have authority. Who am I? If as soon as I say that, then that means that Bhoktaram, Yajnatapasam, Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. These two qualities we are trying to imitate of Krishna. That I want to enjoy this property, I will feel happiness. See, I threw him out. I'm happy. Bhoktaram, Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. These two qualities, if you are trying to imitate Krishna, then there is no way we will ever be able to show our face to Krishna. Ever will be, because our nature is different to Krishna's nature. And we are being a drop of ocean, thinking that we are the ocean. That is our stupidity. You are understanding? Being a drop of ocean, how can I compete with the ocean that is Krishna? So, I request all of you humbly that develop the attitude of a Vaishnava, a devotee of Krishna. Very, very important. We never know who are all the messengers of Krishna. With our insignificant, ignorant eyes, how can we have the capacity to judge them? Is it not? So, one mantra all of you should have is happily welcome each and everyone who come to temple and see their positives and encourage them to take up Krishna consciousness. Because our process is so simple. Anyone can do chant in the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Simple. 16 rounds they need to chant. But most challenging part is implementing the teachings of Bhagavad Gita, what Krishna says. That is the lifestyle management that we all need to adopt. Okay? Thank you. Hare Krishna.